My dearest friends, I'm Kaya Zingamari from Heart to Heart. Thank you for watching. I've got really a productive day today. This is the third day. I have 3 days off from my film project, and it's like a luxury to have 3 days to come down, to relax. And today there's so much working in me the last weeks, the last months, and I hadn't really the time to give it out, and now today I'm productive. This is the third video I do today, and this is about relationships. So my last intense and important relationship ended in December, a really painful and kind of bitter end as well, and needed for sure. And I was reflecting a lot of what's going on normally in these relationships, how they start always so beautiful, with so much hope, with so much heart opening, with seeing the beauty in the other one. At the beginning, just the beauty, and then by little steps we see that they have flaws, that they have wounds, that they have sides as well we are not so open to, or that are challenging us. But for a long time you're really open to see the good in the other one, and then you become enemies. There's one day you start to see the other one like an enemy, or the other one start to see you like an enemy. And what is happening there? What is happening on this way from this openness, this beauty, this rose, I have met the most amazing person in the world, until the moment you see the other one just as an enemy. And what is my conclusion, or what is the point where I'm at the moment reflecting a lot of my last relationship, what happened there, and we made all this way from most amazing people meeting and seeing the most amazing future to becoming enemies. And I think there are a few things. It's one thing is a big disappointment when you start to see the other one really, and for me as well, as I see always the potential of the other one. I see the person, I see the behavior, and then I see the potential, and I just want to be with the potential person, ignoring for a long time that there's a human being around this potential with his history. For me it's man, I talk about a male person, but it's the same for women as well, I think. And I've got a tendency to ignore the human being, and being again and again surprised in a really not pleasant way that the other one isn't living just his potential. So a lot of deception is taking place, and one other thing I see is that for sure in romantic relationships we trigger each other so much. We're so close to the other one, and our hearts are so open normally that everything will be touched that is wounded, that has to be seen, to be loved, integrated, healed in ourselves. And as long as we don't really realize and take the responsibility for the feelings showing up here, it is so much easier and so common to make the other person responsible for what is going on here, because the other one has touched it. With purpose or not, just by being himself, just by doing something he or she is doing all the time, but now she's doing it to you. What's not the truth, normally. And the third point I see so clearly as well, that we are not too used to be honest in relationships, to be really honest with what's going on here, to be honest when we need a time out, space for ourselves, when we need to be alone, when something is really not in order for us in the relationship. So we hold a lot back based on fear to lose the other one, to trigger the other one, to hurt the other one, based on fear, on our fear. And then what I can say for myself, all these what I hold back, there's two things happening with. The first thing is that I become angry, for sure, about myself, about all this holding back and not talking my truth, not saying my truth, not being honest, not being me. And what I do, I project this anger on the other person. The process taking place in myself is that I'm angry about myself, all this holding back, but I make the other one responsible. I hold back because I can't be honest. I can't be me because of the other person. And maybe the other person is becoming angry, is becoming sad. It's possible. All this is possible when you are honest. And it's not my responsibility. It's their emotions. It's the same thing. So, and I have experienced this a lot in my last relationship also, that the other one has made me responsible for everything what was not in order in his life. So, and then there's like, I like to have this image. We have two persons here, and at the beginning they see each other. I don't know if they see each other clear, but they see each other. They have an image. They see and they know so well why they felt in love with the other person. And then with the time, all these things we avoid, we don't speak out, we don't tell the other one. It's like there's a mountain of garbage building up between these two persons. And though I just have two hands, but maybe you can imagine what is happening when you have a mountain of garbage bigger than these two persons. They just see the garbage. They can't any longer see the other person. So, what to do? The most beautiful thing would be to never ever start to avoid, to hold back, to not tell your truth. And we are not used of that. So, the moment we are used of that, it's beautiful, we will do that. But for the moment, what we can do is clear out this garbage and be honest with the other one and say, well, I have holding back there and there and there, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you, I'm sorry for me, I'm sorry for us. And I would like that we clean this between us. And it might be painful, it might be hurtful, it might bring up anger, and it is worth it. So, because imagine again, you have these two persons, you have this mountain of garbage between the two, and they start to clean. It's not done from today to tomorrow, but they start to clean. What's happening? They can see each other. And then you can have a look. If you want to be with this person you see there, and maybe you see her or him for the first time in your life really clear, because it's not any longer in the state of hormone craziness of the beginning. You have a history, you have a life together. And see the other person, and then you can decide, do I want to be with her or him? But when you see just the garbage, and you say, no, I don't want to be with this person, what the truth is, you don't want to be with the garbage. For sure not. But it's your garbage as well. It's not just the garbage of the other one. So, well, yes, this is one other reflection I wanted to share with you today. Maybe it's helpful for one of you, some of you. As ever, I would like to hear in the comments. If you like to write about your experiences with relationships, if you have equal observations, what's happening on this way from the beautiful, loveliest person in the world to the enemy in my bed. Maybe you see other things as well that are helpful for others to see as well, to not arrive there, or when they have arrived there, to have a look how can this state of being enemies becoming the state of being a king and a queen, a woman and a man, seeing each other. So write if you like to, and I wish you the best, going with the waves, feeling all what's coming up, cleaning, clearing, purging, being honest, being honest, being honest with yourself and others. Love yourself, forgive others, and enjoy life. Send you all my love.